in the Middle Ages, they didn't really have a very clear sense of what the so-called normal was. And so they weren't really quantifying it, they weren't really measuring it, and everybody could identify the extremes, but it's a bit of a continuum where you're not exactly sure where you fit. What we can say about their notion of the moderate and therefore preferable body is that it was probably plumper, beefier, I guess, than what we would have today. Plumpness was always seen as almost synonymous with femininity. Okay, so female bodies since antiquity were seen as softer, moister, more sedentary, but not to extreme degrees. There are cases of kings in the Middle Ages who were pretty fat. Their fatness was interpreted as bigness, as largeness, and therefore as something that is imposing, it's monumental, it represents a kind of immobility. And it seems to me that as long as these kings are successful as kings, so they govern their realms, they defeat their enemies, etc., their fatness is not seen as fat. It's seen as bulk. And yet the similar kings who have similar bodies who fail, they end up getting this sobriquet, the fat. I see the shift taking place in the 18th century's fascination with classical antiquity, because there they connect this idea of tight muscle fibers, control over one's nerves, with a kind of virtue, explicitly as a kind of masculinity. But Rubens is not as people sometimes like to think, a wholesale celebrant of fatness. In fact, he too laments what he calls the sorry physiques of our current population, and looks back in particular to Sparta as a model for the kind of bodies that should be. It was almost as if the white female body was an emblem of the kind of civilization that Western societies like to promote, in contradistinction to especially Africa.